are. What does Clooney know about anything? Says the host of Celebrity Apprentice. Get out of politics and go back to television. Movies never really work for him.
I will if... Yeah, I have, but I'm comforted in the fact that he's coming after you first.
Ever wonder what happens when Hollywood royalty takes on the orange turd? George Clooney and Jimmy Kimmel just went full beast mode on Trump, and boy oh boy, it's a doozy. We're talking nuclear level burns here, folks. Trump's ego took such a beating, it's probably hiding under a rock somewhere in Mar-a-Lago. But the real kicker? His reaction.
President,
Sure,
because
I think
a lot of people say this to you all the time.
No, she should.
But she would win immediately,
Yes,
wouldn't
she would.
Like in a big way.
Yeah, she would win.
Right?
No, I don't know that that's true. There's an awful lot of people.
Yeah, it was, well,
Listen, the bottom line is, as you know, I've
let's
now
not skip
said,
right to the bottom line.
The bottom line is that it's very hard to let go of.
Let's just say it makes a toddler's temper tantrum look like a Zen meditation session. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
When you finally finish doing this, you're gonna be.
I feel stupid a lot of the time, like most every day at some point during the day, but I haven't felt much stupider than I did sitting there acting with you and Brad Pitt.
I don't know who'd play Sean Hannity. Maybe you should do it.
Yeah, you know
we
what?
just saw your acting
that
just
might
now.
be nice. Yes, thank you for including me in that.
Oh, you were very. Did you guys like his acting in that? It was great.
You
It's
get
nice.
to do
Yeah.
because you're you and you get to make decisions like
I'm a
that.
huge star,
Yeah,
dude.
right.
And they let you do it.
Well, folks, it looks like Hollywood's dynamic duo is at it again, and this time they're not pulling any punches. George Clooney, the silver fox of Tinseltown, decided to stir the political pot with some spicy comments about our current commander-in-chief. But hold on to your hair pieces, because this story's got more twists than a pretzel factory. So there's Clooney sipping his fancy coffee and probably looking annoyingly handsome when he drops a bombshell about Biden. He suggests that maybe, just maybe, it's time for Grandpa Joe to hang up his aviators and let someone else take a swing at the White House. Talk about biting the hand that feeds you Democratic talking points. Now, you'd think Trump would be all over this like ketchup on a well-done steak, but our favorite orange turd decided to take a different approach. Instead of praising Clooney for critiquing Biden, he goes full "you're fired" mode on both of them. It's like watching a toddler throw a tantrum in a china shop. Messy, loud, and likely to end up with something broken. Enter Jimmy Kimmel, the late-night jokester with a vendetta against all things Trump. Smelling blood in the water, or maybe just the scent of McDonald's, Kimmel invites Clooney onto his show, and boy did these two come ready to rumble. Clooney, smooth as ever, starts off with a zinger about Trump's TV past. "You know, Jimmy," he says with that trademark smirk, "I think Trump's still mad he never won an Emmy for The Apprentice. Maybe if he'd said 'you're fired' with a little more pizzazz, he wouldn't be so grumpy now." Kimmel, not one to be outdone, chimes in with his own jab.
About you don't have to be faster than the bear, you just have to be faster than the one kid. You're that one kid, pal.
I'm the kid who never came
Hannibal Lecter
close
is his guy.
to making a great movie, is getting into the act. He's turned on Crooked Joe like the rats they both are. What does Clooney know about anything? Says the host of Celebrity Apprentice. Yours, I don't know if you've seen this, but he posted in July. So now fake movie actor George Clooney,
Yeah,
he doesn't know that movies are fake, does he?
I don't think so.
Well, George, I hear he's trying to make a comeback. His new show's called The Biggest Loser Presidential Edition. Spoiler alert, he wins every season. The audience is eating it up like it's free taco night, and you can almost hear the collective gasp from Mar-a-Lago. It's like watching two cats play with a very orange, very angry mouse. But here's the kicker. As much as Trump tries to brush it off, you know these jokes are getting under his skin. It's like trying to ignore a pimple on prom night. The more you pretend it's not there, the bigger it seems to get. Looks like our favorite orange-tinted Twitter addict just couldn't resist the urge to tap out another masterpiece. And boy, did that tweet backfire faster than a cheap firework at a MAGA rally.
Knucklehead, I knew him before he was, a president. He was just a guy who was chasing girls.
you know, every time you went out, he'd come over and be like, what's the name of that girl? You know, it's all.
In a devastating way, you know, unqualified.
So now, fake movie actor George Clooney,
Yeah.
he doesn't know that movies are fake. Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television. Movies never really work for him.
All right, you know, I will if he does.
Trump, probably munching on a bucket of KFC and fuming over Clooney's sick burns, decided it was time to unleash his thumbs of fury. But here's the thing, when Trump tried to slam Clooney as a fake movie actor, it went about as well as trying to use a comb-over in a hurricane. Social media exploded with memes faster than you can say coffee fay. We're talking photoshopped images of Trump's face on toddlers having meltdowns, because sometimes life imitates art, folks. Trump's loyal followers cheered like it was free MAGA hat day at the dollar store. But for the rest of us, it was time to grab the popcorn and settle in for the show. Trump's Twitter tirade was comedy gold, and the internet wasn't about to let this gem slip by unnoticed. But here's where it gets really juicy. In his attempt to take down Clooney, Trump accidentally made him more popular than avocado toast at a millennial brunch. That's right, folks. Clooney's popularity surged after Trump's attack. It's like Trump has a magic touch, except instead of turning things to gold, he turns them into political kryptonite for himself. Political analysts were quick to point out the irony of Trump calling anyone fake. I mean, talk about the pot calling the kettle orange, right? This guy's been accused of projecting a fake persona more times than he's had failed businesses. And let's be real, that's saying something. That the whole debacle just showcased the massive divide in public perception. On one side, you've got Trump's supporters treating his tweets like they're the 11th commandment. On the other, you've got the broader public finding more humor in his over-the-top reaction than in a whole season of Saturday Night Live. As the dust settles on this latest Twitter tornado, we're left wondering, did Trump just create his own political kryptonite? He tried to take a swing at Clooney, but ended up punching himself in the face instead. It's like watching a political version of America's Funniest Home Videos, except the only one not laughing is the man with the golden comb-over. Looks like Hollywood just schooled Washington in the art of political comedy. Who knew that the land of make-believe could dish out such real zingers? It's like Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert passed their satire torch to Clooney and Kimmel, and boy, did they run with it. Next time you're stuck at a family dinner with Uncle MAGA ranting about fake news, just channel your inner Clooney. Remember, a well-timed joke is worth 1,000 angry tweets. And hey, if Trump can turn his presidency into a reality show, why can't we turn his meltdowns into comedy gold? So folks, keep your eyes peeled and your funny bones ready. In this wacky world of politics, the best punchlines often come from the most unexpected places. Who knows, maybe next week we'll see Meryl Streep roasting senators or Tom Hanks fact-checking press briefings. Now that's a show I'd binge watch.